Bookers Podcast.
What's up? It's your boys. Happy New Year. The second Basement Bookers, because the first one was the live Monday Night Raw experiment, which is still available VOD on the YouTube channel if you missed it. It's a work in progress. Unfortunately, you won't hear the audio from Raw because I didn't think about that because I don't know how that works with copyright and stuff like that. So for the next one, I will be sure to have that happening. I will be watching on my TV this time, and then I will be on the futon. You can still see me. Camera's going to be there. I got a tripod. We're still doing this. 8 o'clock, Monday Night Raw. Maybe Rich the Riz will be there. Maybe Rich the Riz won't be there. But we'll see. It depends on him. But I'll be there. Hopefully, not getting the YouTube channel taken down. So, because
right,
yeah,
we're doing this. Contingent upon censorship.
Censorship. They try to get us. They want to big up these big time YouTube streamers, but not us small time. Why? Because we're the Basement Bookers Podcast. Why? Because we from the underground. Because we know this shit.
Mm-hmm.
We keep it real. We keep it too real sometimes, but that's not enough. Basement Chair here with Rich the Riz, the most rizzest, baldest man, finishing up the intros just in time. It's only been 2 minutes, give or take. Rich the Riz, what do you want to talk about first? What brings you here?
So we're here. We're gonna cover Raw. Like, for anyone that didn't see or did see, if they want supplemental thoughts on on what we saw Raw on Netflix, the Raw debut, big episode we had on Raw, and of course on Smackdown. We had a Smackdown this week. Also, we're gonna talk about both of those. As far as what I want to talk about, we should stick chronological, bro. Let's talk about Raw.
Okay, so as a viewer, for me personally, on my end, I don't know why, but the resolution wasn't good for me. And don't come at me with this, listen, your broke ass needs to get up to the whatever. Nah, bro, because if you watch the live stream, I got the premium, the 4K, I don't know if it's 4K, I'm just making it up, but no commercials, all right? That's how I know, all right? Because when this guy was over here watching commercials, I was watching wrestling. I was watching Monday Night Raw. So I don't know what's up with that. Did I sacrifice resolution to not have commercials? But it'd be fine on my TV over there. So I don't know.
I feel like that's an unfair trade-off. Commercials for resolution.
That is not the.
It's like you go to a higher tier. You should get everything should improve.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's my computer, my browser, not my computer. All right, something about my browser or something. I don't know. Hopefully, it won't be a problem because it'll be on my big TV and I can watch it from there and still be able to. Because my whole situation, you guys, I could shift over so I could see the monitors because they're on swivels. And it's a whole thing. But that's not important. That's not what you're here for. First impressions. You first.
I liked it. Overall, good show, strong show. Netflix. I mean, as far as commercials and resolution issues aside, the stream was solid. Otherwise, right? There weren't interruptions. There weren't dropouts. Like the commercials were there, or they weren't. I don't know. It depends on the person, apparently. But like I said, the stream was solid, and that was my main concern because whatever went live on Netflix, what was it, the Jake Paul Mike Tyson fight, right?
Yeah, Jake Paul Mike Tyson. That's the most recent one.
Yeah, a lot of people
had Joe Rogan do a comedy special. I don't know, some other comedy specials that were live. I just don't remember because I didn't see them.
So I only knew about the fight, but yeah. So obviously they got it fixed. So good stuff. I'm very happy about that. That's promising, presuming that the premium live events move to Netflix. I don't know for certain if they are. I'm just gonna figure it out day of, unless they start yelling at me every week, which they probably will soon with the Rumble coming up. But the show, we got new women's champ, like we predicted. Tribal Chief is once again the only Tribal Chief, as we predicted. A lot of disrespect to the New Day.
I mean, the New Day are assholes. So
I mean, you can
were
still
mean to
respect
Big
an
E.
asshole. Yeah.
I guess so.
Like,
but
get him on the show. Get him on the real show that like you could see if you have the right package. You don't need the right package to see.
Yeah, that's right. You did get that. You did get to hear them talking, but
Nah.
it's it could have been worse. You could have not had them at all. What you did, I don't know. I don't know. Look, I can't do anything about it. As far as I know, I think all the faces won. It was all faces. I mean, we don't know what's going on with CM Punk and Seth Rollins. I think they're both faces. So, but I think we can all agree that the right person won that match.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought maybe you didn't think CM Punk should have won that match. That's interesting.
So that's an iffy one. I feel like just Punk has the momentum. I think Punk needs the win more than Seth does. For whatever, I have a feeling about the story that they're working on telling, the longer term thing, and it was more important for Punk to get the win than for Seth.
Yeah, because now he's going to be wanting a rematch, probably, I think.
That's certainly possible, unless Punk. No, I feel like that's the way to go. It's going to be a rematch.
We're in
Rumble.
for the series. Oh, yeah.
Either a rematch at the Rumble, or a rematch on a Raw or Elimination Chamber after the Rumble. Probably the feud just continues in the Rumble match.
But does Seth Rollins participate? Okay, so then Seth Rollins does participate in the Royal Rumble match.
Yeah.
I wonder if CM Punk eliminates Seth Rollins for the Royal Rumble match, or vice versa.
It could be that the two of them are brawling, just fighting. They're like at the top rope. They're like at the edge, at the ropes. Someone dumps them both over.
The Rock.
Could be The Rock. Could be Cena. And then they just continue fighting, and they go up through the crowd and around the arena and everything.
Now, a lot of people are upset because something happened at the beginning of the show. Because the show opens with the final boss, and the final boss is talking about all this stuff, and me, like an idiot, I'm like, oh, is he talking about John Cena? No, he's talking about Cody Rhodes, how Cody Rhodes carried for a year and all this, and they're shaking hands, they're drinking vodka together, and The Rock kind of addresses on NXT New Year's Evil, where he's like, they want The Rock to, they're like, why are you drinking for Cody Rhodes, and this and that. And he does a thing where he's like, shut up and sit down and just come on the ride that The Rock is bringing you on or whatever. And I don't know, man. I don't think you can trust The Rock because everybody's like he was going to turn on Roman and all this, and he didn't. We said it. We were watching it. But The Rock said that he's always 20 steps ahead.
It's a lot of steps.
When's the next episode? When is Roman Reigns coming back to TV? Now think about this for a second. It was January 6th that Rock was there with Roman. Now that's 6th. On the 27th, Roman's coming back because that's supposed to be the biggest platform to announce that he's going to be the cover athlete for WWE 2K25. 20 days-ish. 20 steps. So maybe, if so facto, that's when Roman turns on The Rock. And or Cody Rhodes. We don't know because he says he's 20 steps ahead. And from what I understand, internally, there is no plans. Like the Cody versus The Rock thing was scrapped. Allegedly. Allegedly.
It is seeming that way.
Yeah. But The Rock is 20 steps ahead. Now, I'm gonna use the power of the calendar, right? And more evidence. So Monday Night Raw 2025 schedule, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm pulling that up right now. So January 27th.
Mm-hmm.
They're at the State Farm Arena in Atlanta, Georgia. Now that might seem familiar to you because I don't know if you remember Cody Rhodes and The Rock had a tag team match against Jacob Fatu and Solo Sikoa. At the end of the match, The Rock comes out and he does the thing to 3 and then that.
Mm-hmm.
Rock's 20 steps ahead. That's 20-ish days from January 6th. So I'd pay close attention to that Monday Night Raw because I don't know. This could be a thing for the old Horowitz device. Maybe I'm talking nonsense, but I think the 27th, it's about to get real.
And of course, that is Cody's hometown.
Yes, and also where Roman played football, and we did the package, and I am the storm. The music and all that stuff. So now it's going back again. So I don't know if Cody's gonna be there, but I know Roman's gonna be there. He's gonna be there with that big, beautiful Ulafala, and he's gonna be there with his big 2K25, reveal. And there you go. So that's my theory. The Rock 20 steps ahead, the final boss. Maybe lure them in a false sense of security.
Mm-hmm.
The Rock was doing, he was schmoozing. He was doing executive Rock stuff. And then the Mr. McMahon version of the Rock is going to come out.
Yeah, that was Rock the executive, not Rock the final boss.
Yes, as I know I mentioned he who shall not be named, but his FEC shit, it turned out it was a book, like an accounting error, a simple accounting error, and that's done. But that's not the same as the other thing. That's another thing with Miss Grant there. That's another thing that's not neither here nor there. We got nothing to do with that. We don't know. All right, so
Allegedly,
you gotta say allegedly, or else it's gonna be a problem. It's gonna be a big.
Otherwise, much
Big
like the
old
boogeyman.
problem. Yeah.
Yes. They're coming to get you.
They're coming to get you, and they will. They will if they have to. So let's not worry about that right now. So,
right.
Okay. So now we covered The Rock. John Cena has declared himself for the Royal Rumble match. My pick to win the Royal Rumble. Probably a lot of people's picks to win the Royal Rumble, and he's like, well, I'm not gonna. No, he's gonna win. All right, he's doing a whole lot of like hemming and hawing and all this stuff. It's gonna be the big old. I don't know if this means he becomes, if he does the 17 times. I don't know if he does that. I don't know. Should he? I think so. I think if anything, it's gonna be him. But he would argue it shouldn't be him. And that's the kind of guy John Cena is.
I think the argument that it could and maybe should happen is how, like, we're comparing to Flair because 16 versus 16. The argument for Cena to surpass Flair would be the way Cena, in his own way, transcended the business, whereas Flair didn't. You know, Flair was shilling his woo energy drink and everything, and where'd that get him? Also,
Some money.
right. Also, that's a deal with the current rival company. Whereas Cena always represents the company WWE very well.
For life.
Right. Right. For life.
For life.
Yeah. And he's always on point, looking the part, acting the part, and has transcended movies. Maybe the movies aren't great. Maybe his acting isn't great. But he's a recognizable face outside of the wrestling world.
Yeah, I can't say nothing about acting, bro, but, he's doing it all. He's doing the thing.
We're not comparing him to Dave, and we're not comparing him to Dwayne.
Listen, I know there's this myth that Batista's like this awesome, super great actor. Just because you're one of the best wrestlers to become an actor, that's like, I don't know what to compare that to. Like, I don't know, but it's not that big of a deal.
He makes a great Drax.
He's a very good screamy guy, and he doesn't want to be the screamy guy, but you're the screamy guy, and it's fine. And you could try to do all your little artsy-fartsy bullshit. That's fine. But at least John Cena knows who he is. He knows. He knows what's up.
Was it the what's that show? It's like a superhero.
Peacemaker.
I couldn't think of it.
That's season 2's coming.
There you go. So he's known and recognized outside the wrestling world. Ric Flair, not so much. So I think that's the argument for Cena to surpass it.
Speaking of John Cena, speaking of Ric Flair,
woo!
Let's talk about beer. Real American beer. It's my beer. Hulk Hogan's beer, brother. And boy, what a contest. It was Hulk Hogan versus LA.
They were saying boo earns.
Look,
because it burns when it goes down.
We could all agree that they didn't really need to be such jerks to Jimmy Hart like that. He's just doing his damnedest. He's just swinging his flag. We know a lot of people in Los Angeles hate America. It's just the truth. I don't know why. Why are you here? Anyway, that's not the point. The point is that, he was booed. And it's like, listen, I don't want to get political because I don't think that's why.
Right, because they didn't boo Taker.
Yeah, well, here's the thing. Undertaker didn't appear physically at a Trump rally. He never has. He like Hulk Hogan spoke at the Republican National Convention.
I forgot about that, but I still don't think that's it.
No, I personally don't know. I think it's part of it because
I think it might be more an apology for getting caught.
Oh, with the other thing. Well, he didn't apologize though. He didn't.
He apologized for getting caught. That was it.
Yeah, he said, he's like, brother, like they made him do like a meeting with the wrestlers, and he's like, don't get caught.
Guys, like I didn't know I was being recorded. I'm sorry. Like that's not it. Like it's like this is the point, and you're over there.
Look, brother, my personal opinion, brother, it shouldn't be recorded. All right, I should have these fucking fucked up beliefs, all right? I should have these, all right? These are mine, brother. And then that's why it's like, I don't know, dude. Apparently Mark Henry was like, yeah, I offered to go around to, like, schools and stuff with Hulk and, just apologize to everyone. And it's like, I kind of agree with Hulk. That wasn't going to do shit, really. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But really, you should have just apologized. You should have just been like, listen, what I said was hurtful to a lot of fans of mine. You know what I mean? A lot of my fans represent that demographic. A lot of my friends are of that demographic I was being shitty to.
Mm.
You know, regardless of, I don't care where you were coming from. All
Mm-hmm.
right, I don't care. That's what a lot of people feel. You know what I mean? It's like, you know,
Mm.
it's not for me to be like, you can't be mad at Hulk Hogan. It's like, you go ahead and be mad at whoever the fuck you want to be mad at. That's not my problem.
No, we're
You
not
know?
mad at Hulk Hogan. We're mad at Terry Bollea, brother.
Yeah, because you know what? Terry Bollea didn't slam Andre the Giant.
That's
All
right.
right? Terry Bollea did it like, you know, formed the NWO or something. You know, that wasn't Terry Bollea. That was Hulk Hogan, brother.
That's right.
I
And his
don't know.
24-inch pythons.
He's it just something happened. Like he just, you know, Hulk Hogan just left. And we even left with Terry Bollea pretending to be Hulk Hogan,
Mm-hmm.
brother. But yeah, that's that. They boo the shit out of him. Um, I don't know who was booed more, him or the New Day.
It's close. I feel like so about the New Day. Um, I feel like what they're trying to do is they're trying to get that Dominic heat where they can't talk, but they're trying a little too hard. Like it's a lot. Like they're stopping their mic work to let the fans boo before the fans booing becomes overwhelming. They're like trying to draw it. That's probably the only thing I don't like about this booking of the New Day.
I have a solution.
Okay?
It's the craziest idea.
Mm-hmm.
What if you pair Hulk Hogan and the New Day? That would make things worse. But it would be great. Because they,
I can
like,
hear Woods now. He didn't say anything about me. He wasn't calling me that. He wasn't calling Kofi that.
they'll never do it. But think about it. Just for a second, brother. Hulk Hogan in the New Day. It's like, you know, they're not giving me a fair shake either, brother. And then they could just look at him. It's like, okay, Hulk, yeah, sure. Actually, maybe you could wait till the end of their heel run and pair them together. I don't know. But there's something here, buddy. There's some money here. Like they try, like that they've rehabbed. Oh my God.
Mm.
Nah, they'll never do this. But just Basement Booker's booking, like they're all chatting and whatever, and it's like they give Hulk Hogan something.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a gift,
Mm-hmm.
and the gift is not like in a box. You ever have like like you ever get a Metro card and it's like a little slot for like you put a Metro card in there,
Mm-hmm.
but this thing it's completely black. You don't know what's inside
Mm-hmm.
the rectangular sleeve,
Mm-hmm.
and like and then Kofi and Xavier Woods pass it to Hulk Hogan.
Mm.
They passed a small rectangular business card shaped
Mm-hmm.
object to the Hulkster, and then the Hulkster just takes it out, and he's like, I don't know if I could actually use this, brother. Not in this climate. Yeah, yeah. And that'll be nuclear heat. The New Day tried to give an N-word pass to the Hulkster, brother.
Wow.
And
Okay,
and
so
it's
that's
like the
great.
One Ring, like in Lord of the Rings. And
Mm-hmm.
he's like, "Why can't I? No, I mustn't."
You gotta save it. You only get one use. You gotta save it for the
It's
right
one
time.
use, and then it burns like it's
Mm-hmm.
from the devil because it is, and it
So
just your soul is just taken from you.
I love the idea. I have a counter idea.
I hope
I'm
it's better.
I'm still
Yes.
down. I'm still down with adding someone to this heel New Day faction. But what if it's someone else that hasn't been given a fair shake, right? Someone that they did something and maybe the fans are just too hurt about, they're too unwilling to hear him out, to hear his side of the story.
Okay.
And it's Ridge Holland.
Oh my God! And it's Rich Holland who took Biggie out.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Rich Holland
Mm-hmm.
is the new Big E in the New Day,
Oh,
and
imagine
managed by Hulk Hogan.
and Jimmy Hart, brother.
No, because he'd be the only good thing about it. Everybody'd be too sad to. I don't know. If I felt bad for Jimmy Hart. First of all, he's old. Second, he's swinging a flag around the whole time. Do you know how much strength that takes? It's not like some, little bullshit ass flag, man. He's got like the whole. He's just waving it around. Everybody's booing him
Yeah.
specifically, according to Hulk Hogan.
You know how? Wait. So you know how Jimmy Hart? He'd always have like the airbrushed paintings on the back of his jackets and everything. Back in the day,
Yeah.
like what if? Okay, S- next Monday, right? Now next
Okay.
Monday is two
I'm ready.
things.
I'm ready.
Next Monday is three things. Is Monday Night Raw, right? Next Monday is Inauguration Day. Next Monday is also MLK Day. What if Hogan and Jimmy Hart, they want to come out, they want to promote the real American beer, brother, and on Jimmy's jacket, you got Hogan, the, the bro handshake, the bro arm lock, whatever you call that, with MLK.
Oh my God, I was gonna do one better. I was
Okay.
gonna have it where, like, you know how they do the murals? By the
Mhm.
way, we're all fucking around, we're joking. No, Hogan doesn't get a fucking N-word pass. It's
No,
all
he
jokes,
doesn't.
don't fuck around. All right. Just let y'all know it was a comedy.
Mhm.
But you know how they do the murals with all the civil rights leaders?
Yeah.
It's all the civil rights leaders, and then it's Hulk Hogan. He's like at the top almost.
You know,
Dude, it'll
do
be
your
like
training,
the
say
old
prayers, take
days.
your vitamins.
It'll be the old days. They're going after Jimmy Hart, poor Hulk Hogan,
Mm.
like they went after the Four Horsemen after they
Mhm.
broke Dusty's leg and shit.
I want to see like Jimmy Hart in driving a car, a convertible with Hulk Hogan in it, waving the flag, right, and just a mob of people
Oh my
chasing after this
God!
car, and the car is going just fast enough that they
Just
can't
fast
catch it.
enough.
Just fast enough. It's like there's just like this much space. If someone leapt at the car, they would barely miss the bumper.
That's heat, brother. That's real heat, brother. I'll tell you what.
I want to see them go. Wait, so okay, so it's the following week that they're in Atlanta. Atlanta would be a great spot for it. Where do you still have that schedule up?
Yeah.
Where are they on the 20th?
Dallas, Texas, American Airlines Arena.
That Atlanta's a better spot for that. All right, whatever. Either way, I was just curious if
We're
they
just
were.
booking nuclear heat for Hulk Hogan in the New
Oh
Day.
man,
Oh God, they'd hate them. It's like because the original idea was for Odyssey Jones to be the replacement. Like this was
hmm
all going to lead to them replacing Big E with Odyssey Jones.
hmm
Should just slotted in Ridge Holland.
I think
I
Rich
don't
Holland
know.
would really, really work.
I think they should just do that.
hmm I
God, that'll
know.
turn it up.
I could see Woods now. He didn't do it on purpose. Biggie, he should have tucked his chin.
Oh no, no.
Dude, they already said heel and face and work and shoot. They should just say Biggie should have tucked his chin.
And Triple H is all like, we're not going to lie about what we are. We know what we're doing.
hmm
All right.
It's a
Yeah.
performance, brother.
Oh my God. All right. Well, we've obviously given it. Hopefully, we don't have Hulk Hogan heat. But
This is just fun. I'm having a blast with this. This is great.
yeah. So now that we've booked a new day into heel superstardom, let's talk, of course, about what's next for Liv Morgan and what's next for the Judgment Day and what's next for Rhea Ripley because we know that's over. We were told that this is over.
Mm. That's
Your thoughts?
interesting. On the going on the presumption that Liv and Rhea are done, I don't know. Does this version of the Judgment Day, do they accelerate the breakup? Does it happen between now and Rumble?
I don't think so because they have new music all of a sudden.
It's true.
So maybe they find somebody else to be dill holes to, because they're done. Rhea Ripley's done with them, but now it's Damian Priest and Finn Balor have a street fight
Hmm.
on Monday, and that's might be the end of that,
Hmm.
allegedly.
What do they do with the Judgment Day after that?
I don't know. I think it'll be like a restructuring, as it were, and then just have them. I don't know, fight whoever. They'll find somebody. Maybe
You,
them in like Alpha Academy or some shit. I don't know.
you know what? Maybe pulling them off TV until Rumble makes sense. Have each of them like make an appearance in the Rumble match, in their respective Rumble matches. Um,
We'll just see what happens in the street fight, I guess.
yeah,
Because I can't think of another way to do it.
because Finn and JD aren't getting the tag titles back.
I hope not.
Yeah, I don't
I
think so.
think that's over.
I think that's over as well. So having no titles in Judgment Day, Finn's not beating Priest in the street fight. I
Did
don't think he's.
Liv see Dominic try to hug, work it out with Rhea? Because they left
That's
together.
that's a good question. I think she didn't live. Does she watch it back?
And then, in that case, who is next for Dominic Mysterio?
Who?
Because then, if they break up, I don't know. This
Maybe
Liv Morgan situation's not good. Like, because she kill Raquel, she keep Raquel. Are they still cool because they're friends? No belt. I don't know.
maybe they try for the women's tag titles.
Naomi and Bianca are tag team champions. Okay, sure. I'm sure they'll figure it out. They'll figure it out. But the match itself was good. The heroic cameraman did everything he could. He made everything right in the world. Uh,
It's doing the good work.
so we talked about it during it, but the way the structure of the show was, it was video package match.
Hmm.
And at first we're like, oh my God. But it's like, well, this is good because millions of other people haven't seen these people and they don't know.
Right.
So now they're just giving you what led up to that so you know what's up. This way anybody can just come in and see.
Yeah.
And that's what
Because
Michael Cole meant.
because 100%, some people that don't follow wrestling turned on Netflix while Raw was on, and they're like, "Oh, something's live on Netflix. Let me see what that is." And they're tuning into wrestling for the first time, and they need shit explained to them.
Yeah.
They just do. If they never followed wrestling, you're gonna need something explained to you.
So
That's how it is.
according to Variety, it's Raw Netflix debut drew 4.9 million viewers.
Dude, that's Monday Night Wars numbers, brother.
To compare, like I think 650K
Hmm.
is like a number that AEW has had.
Hmm.
You know what I mean?
Hmm.
This blows that out of the water because it's Netflix. And
Yeah, that.
even if they're on Max,
Hmm.
AEW, if they do it live on Max,
Hmm.
they're still not going to get the Netflix numbers. They're just
Right.
not. I don't think. I
Just
think more people have Netflix than they do Max.
probably. Um, but I mean, we're
It
talking about
overtook Squid Game. And that's like their best show right now.
Yeah. Raw blew out Netflix's numbers.
Yeah,
They
so
blew it up.
they like that shit. So they got to keep the momentum going.
Yeah.
So,
I think Netflix is probably the most prominent streaming service out there. It's certainly the most widely known. It's got memes about it. Probably the most memes. Everyone knows it. Um, I think more people have Netflix than not, or have access to an account, allegedly.
well, now you can't really do that anymore.
Right.
Like you have to. Like I have a separate thing, for other people. You can't
Mhm.
really do the same house anymore. It
Yeah,
sucks.
it's a household thing.
Yeah.
Whatever. They should like for a little extra allow additional accounts outside the house. I think they kind of like a friends and family deal or like a bulk discount kind of thing. But whatever, that's up to them to figure out how to make it work.
Not my problem, damn it.
Right.
But yeah, all those people they got introduced to that,
Yeah.
and that's good because they're gonna have more people watching wrestling. I just look. I've said this before, and I'll say it again because this
Hmm.
has happened to many other mediums where more people come in and they try to change it with their bullshit.
Mm.
Leave it the fuck alone. Because it happened to gaming. You will not. You will not. You will not. There will be no tourists ruining Monday Night Raw. It's just not going to happen.
Hmm.
It's just not going to happen. So shut the fuck up with your bullshit.
Speaking of tourists, I was going through the categories for the Bookie Awards last night with
Well, wait,
our
wait, wait. Let's hold on a second.
yeah.
All right, listen. The Bookie Awards. There's a lot of awards. There's going to be some streamlining. All right, we're gonna work on that. But yes, please
Hmm.
continue.
Yes. And I was asked about because she wasn't she had lapsed in her viewership of wrestling until last year, and I had to explain the reasoning behind the Jon Stewart award for celebrity douchebaggery. I had to explain that. You remember Jon Stewart? We were
Jon
there.
Stewart is an asshole.
Yeah.
I'm plain and simple. That's all I'm gonna say. But yes.
Yeah. So, um,
Even before he interjected himself in the United States Championship match with Seth Rollins and John Cena. Even before that. That didn't help things, did it? No.
that helped nothing.
No. It helped me mad. Helped me get mad.
Hmm. We were there.
We were there for that. Yeah. He sucks.
Anyway.
Yeah.
So the bookies are coming next week. All right, they're coming.
They're coming.
They'll be here. I promise. Manny, we got you.
It's different now. It's gonna be different now. We're doing a different thing now. Not too
Yeah.
different. I don't want to get anybody's hopes up.
There's
But
no
this-
tourists in the basement bookers, brother.
That's right. This year's categories, we're gonna be more streamlined.
Mhm.
There's gonna be more like maybe there's gonna be some fancy looking graphics. Maybe there's gonna be some fancy graphics on here. Maybe we're gonna have fancy graphics. I don't know.
So I like the idea of the combination of streamlining and fancy graphics because that seems like it would be great for the viewers. It's easier to digest and easier on our chief editing officer.
Yeah, the dungeons are cold. The dungeons are very cold. So let's move on with the Raw stuff.
Hmm.
So obviously, Liv Morgan's not the champion anymore. We'll see what happens. Uh, I think there's going to be is the Intercontinental Championship final this Monday coming up. Maybe I don't know. Could be.
I believe so.
It's going to be Penta versus Chad Gable at the Monday Night Raw as well. We got that to
Mhm.
look forward to. And we know CM Punk beat Seth Rollins.
Yep.
Um, but when we talked about Roman versus Solo, we did mention the fact that Kevin Owens interjected himself. He tried to help Solo beat Roman.
He did. In his mind, Roman is the biggest villain because if not for Roman, there would not be Solo.
Solo's just a product of his environment.
That's right.
He's just Kevin Owens might think he's a victim too.
Hmm.
He thinks maybe they're all victims of Roman Reigns and they just don't know it.
Could be. Because Roman and Heyman were grooming Solo to eventually be the next tribal chief.
Yeah, Solo was upset. He's like, "You love me. You say you love me. You didn't love me."
Hmm.
It was very emotional. We didn't get any Solo this week, which was smart. Which was smart to have no Solo this week.
Hmm.
We got Jacob and the other guys, but they got from the
Yeah.
building.
So, Jacob, did you notice a little bit of a change in demeanor in Jacob?
Jacob's upset.
Hmm.
Now there was a part where, like in the back, with all those, I don't know where they got those security cards. I don't see one. I do not see a future NXT champion in those, by the way.
That long
Especially the,
hair bastard.
yeah, especially when it's like, and then Jacob was like, "Hey, what you gonna do, huh?" Like, oh shit, the
Hmm.
streets came out of Jacob right there
Yep.
again.
He is the street champ.
So LA Knight's in trouble
Yeah.
because he's the one he ejected him from the building, and
Hmm.
that's not going to look good. Especially since he's not the United States champion. Shinsuke Nakamura is still the United States champion of the
Hmm.
world there.
Yep. But Jacob looked a little less unhinged, a little more calculating.
Oh my God.
It's as if that is a switch we should have seen go off in Solo, but as he was preparing to take the mantle of tribal chief.
Yeah, Solo switched gears later though, right?
He did.
Like,
He did. But it's like you got to start thinking earlier on. You need to have a game plan before you try to take the mantle of tribal chief. You can't just take it and then be like, "All right, let me just wing it for a few months and then make a game plan." Jacob is looking more calculating now, and they added something to his music at the beginning.
but Jacob has always Solo has always had the Ula follow when Jacob was there.
Hmm.
Jacob does Solo doesn't have the Ula follow anymore.
Right.
Does losing have consequences now?
I
Does
think so.
Jacob gonna be like, losing has consequences, sucker, and then just like just ends
Yeah.
him?
Maybe.
Scott, because not like, wait, is he gonna love Solo even if he's not the tribal chief anymore?
Nah. Nah. Well, he kind of did in the corner when he was setting up for something. I don't remember what. But up in the corner, he was doing the thing and got interrupted. He got up to the "I love you" and then something happened.
Yeah.
Cody something.
Man, we're definitely gonna get a "I love you" Solo that he hugs him and then he just beats the shit out of him. Because Solo loved Jimmy, and we saw how that worked out.
Yup. Exactly. So Jacob is a star. This
Yeah.
is like I feel they are. They're molding him. This is good. I can't wait to see what's next for Jacob Fatu. Tamatonga stepping up in his role as the not injured one, right?
Yep, there he goes.
Mm-hmm. Camacho having his issues still.
Well, I mean, there's really nothing else you could do, really. You know,
Mm-hmm.
the bloodline is not, it's hurting right now. I don't even know what's going to happen. I feel like it's a bloodline hiatus of some kind. With, Jimmy tagging with Cody.
Mm-hmm.
Did you see that Jimmy did the The whoa with Cody.
I'd missed the whoa.
Yeah,
I picked up on the no yeet to Carmelo Hayes though.
yeah. There's a silent
Hmm.
yeet.
Hmm.
It was great
It
when
was
he.
it was like something like that.
It's like you. We're all the. What's your catchphrase, man? Bella don't miss. You
Hmm.
could build a house with all the bricks you
With
throw.
all them bricks you threw, you could build a house.
You know, people hate, but Jimmy's fucking funny, man. Like there's like
Hmm.
montages with him. I
Hmm.
love when he was like messing with Naomi. He's like, ain't nobody trying to hear about you. Excuse me. No, not Naomi. Michin. Michin's like,
Mm.
excuse me. He's like, excuse me. Ain't nobody trying to hear you. Something like that. That's just funny.
Mm. There's a lot of gold in that elder corner of the bloodline.
Yeah,
The
he's
the
just funny.
veterans, the current veterans.
I would love to hang out with Jimmy J. Those guys are.
We know Jimmy can party.
I like to party. All right.
Jimmy likes to party. Sorry.
Um, I don't know. So Chelsea Green defended her championship. I don't know if it was a title defense or just beat me chin. But either
That was a
way.
title defense.
All right. So she's still the women's United States champion, longest rating, youngest, uh,
Oldest.
oldest, largest boobs, smallest, biggest, smallest ass as well
Yep.
of them. Like really of all time, there's no one ever women's United States champion. There's only one her. And now we gotta maybe have. It's gonna be Lara Valkyria. I'm sorry, she's gonna be the Intercontinental champion. Um, I also heard that that Becky wasn't planned
Mm.
for this Raw. That this
Mm.
was always supposed to be the case. The whole Undertaker coming out, which we were watching. I was like, what the fuck, man? Let's
Mm.
let her finish her thing. But like apparently that was a thing for her or whatever. But
She did seem to be a little marking out, which I like that.
marking out with Mark,
Hmm.
the Rhea Ripley story. Um,
That's gonna be his podcast. Marking out with Mark.
He already has a podcast. It's called the Dead Man's Something
Mm.
podcast or something. Yeah,
Yeah. Right.
where he sells Blue Chew, probably.
Aw. Listen, man. He's from Death Valley.
Later, we'll have to
He's got
watch
circulation issues.
Undertaker ad reads. Just for fun.
You know, back when I was in the ring.
You know what? I'm gonna see if I can find Undertaker ad reads. I will play them.
Yes.
It's Taker reads tweets. No more cucumber comments. All right, I'm not finding that, but I'd have to look at his actual thing to find it. Oh well, it's the Undertaker podcast, and then like it's called. Oh, it's 6 Feet Under with Mark Calloway.
Nah.
Hold on a second. Oh, these are all clips. Never mind. Well, you can find them where he reads ads and stuff.
Yep. You're out there. You found us. You know how to Google something.
Yeah, it's over there, and I don't know what he's gonna do to me. I don't want him 6 feet under me because he didn't like that I was looking at his stuff over there. Um, so I thought Raw was a better show than SmackDown,
Hmm.
but I felt like SmackDown had more wrestling than Raw.
Definitely.
But the
And
quality of the matches on Raw were better.
yeah. So Raw was essentially. They
Welcome
wanted.
in.
Yeah. They. I hate. By the way, I hate the phrase "welcome in," but the Raw was booked essentially as a premium live event for the Netflix debut because they wanted a big one. They wanted to pop everything. They wanted great socials. They wanted a lot of great reviews, and I think they got it. I think they absolutely knocked it out of the park. SmackDown was strong. SmackDown was very good. You had Jacob and Tama. You had all the like Cody and KO. SmackDown was solid. TV, WWE TV right now is in a very good place, and I am enjoying the ride, brother.
Yeah. And apparently, Nikki Bella's appearance got like a lot of millions of views on YouTube or social media or whatever, which is
Okay.
odd. Yeah. So they decided it's time to start vacuuming really loudly. That's great. Hopefully that doesn't get picked up too much, and we'll figure it out. So, was there anything about SmackDown and or Raw you wanted to, talk about real quick? Anything that you wanted to bring up here in this fancy little thing we're doing here with damn it, god
I
damn
think
it.
I think I think maybe we could talk about the impromptu women's fatal four way for the number one contendership
Oh
for the
yes.
women's championship.
Yes, so much going on in there. So
Hmm.
much. Wrestling soulmates. Bianca Belair and Bailey. Like they
Hmm.
go in there anytime they go in there. It's a good time. But
Yep. And we saw accidentally the incidental contact of Bianca's braid with Naomi just before the finish of the match.
I mean, look, it's a fatal four way.
Hmm.
Things are gonna happen. I
It's
don't know.
everyone for herself. They didn't actually get hands on each other. They were about to, but they were pulled out of the ring for the shenanigans and this, that, and the other thing. We saw Candice come down to try to interject herself, and we have a new number one contender in Bailey with the
Yep.
rose plant.
Yep. No, I got no problems here. The first opponent for Tiffany Stratton should be Bailey.
Hmm.
Just to see. Like technically, I don't know why Nia Jax isn't getting her rematch and why this has to be first, but okay. I do see Nia Jax involving herself in that, so maybe there'll be like a triple threat match or something at some point.
Hmm.
Um, the usual chicanery, what have you.
Yeah,
So
unless they have something else planned for Nia Jax, maybe Bianca, not Bianca, maybe Becky. I don't know, probably not. But unless they have something else penciled in for her to do in the coming weeks and months, I don't see her moving down the card.
yeah, because Becky's on Raw, so I
Yeah.
don't see them cross pollinating unless there's some like window that happens to be open
Mm.
at some point, or doors forbidden, whatever the fuck they're calling it. But yeah, there it is.
Hmm.
There's how I feel, and I think Bailey is perfect for that. And then we'll see. Her Bailey and Naomi had the same hair, same
Yeah.
color hair. That would have drove Vince McMahon mad.
Oh yeah,
You can't have the same color hair.
that's right. And also, this title match is next week on SmackDown.
It better be. So
Mm.
it's gonna get crazy. Nia Jax ain't gonna let that go the way it's supposed to go.
Hmm.
So
So it'll probably be a triple threat rematch, maybe at the Rumble or maybe before.
perhaps there will be.
Got a couple weeks to build still.
Yeah, Royal Rumble is a long time from now. There's like no PLE until Royal Rumble, which is good for us. But
Hmm.
I mean, it's fine for me. So tomorrow is Raw, and yeah, we'll do that. We'll do the live stream. Hopefully, it lives up to the last time. I wonder how they're gonna treat the Raws going forward, or if it's gonna be the same kind of presentation. You know.
We'll see. I'm gonna see if I can, uh, with my Netflix, figure something out with tiers and commercials and this, that, and the other, and see how it all works. And as stated, next week we got the bookies.
That's right. That's a whole week from now. Plenty of time to thing. So, well, Rich the Riz, I don't know what else that we could say really. The hour is ending upon us.
Hmm.
Gunter's out there waiting to fight somebody. Who
Logan
knows?
Paul,
He's gonna kill Logan Paul. It's fine. It's fine. Don't worry. It's
chop him
the
back to that forest.
chop him. Oh no, no. Well, I already said that the original Logan Paul died in that forest, and
That's
what
right.
we
You did
have
say that.
here is another person that was getting a second chance. However, they're only slightly better as a person than the original Logan Paul. So slight difference, but he will never have more heat than Hulk Hogan. It's
That's
just
right.
not going to happen.
It's funny.
Especially.
I have an independent recap open here and says that Hogan and Jimmy Hart come out to quote mixed reactions. It's an optimistic statement there.
I mean, look, they didn't have to boo Jimmy Hart like that. He's a fine American. They didn't have to do that, but they booed Hulk Hogan. I get it. That's fine. I think it has more to do about earlier things than it does about more recent things. You know, just trying
Hmm.
to make America Hulk Hogan, brother. So I don't
That's
know what's
right.
happening. So yeah. Uh, Next week is bookies. Tomorrow, Monday Night Raw live. And that's it for today's podcast. I feel like we talked. And yes, Raw, 5 out of 5. SmackDown, SmackDown out of SmackDown. And also, in case you don't know, we have 2 new NXT World Champions. 2. Obafemi is the captain now. And
I'm the captain now.
Julia has defeated Roxanne Perez to become the women's NXT champion.
Julia, one of 2 international sensations, as they are referring to them. All
I
right.
prefer Stephanie, but that's just me. Either way, they're fine. But Stephanie's the best. She's got it all.
Yeah.
She's like Aubrey Plaza, but with better everything. You know. So
You know, I got stuck there for a second. You said Aubrey Plaza. My brain thought Aubrey Edwards.
no, she's the worst Aubrey.
Mm.
Aubrey Edwards.
Hmm.
Stop putting yourself over, brother. But they do other things. I noticed. I don't know if it's an ROH thing, but Maximum Male Models,
Hmm.
like when the referee raises their hand,
Hmm.
he also does. Well, he also did the turning pose that they do. Like they all turn at the same time, like this, to take a picture.
Is that Bryce Remsburg?
No, it's I don't like saying it like this, but the black one. There's a black guy. I think he's an
Okay.
ROH referee. I'm
Yeah,
pretty
he
sure.
used
Because I
the one
think
that
those
used to be
guys
in
are
NXT,
ROH.
right?
Maybe. Maybe. And Mercedes Monet has more belts. Which she says she's doing this to elevate the women's division. I'm like, I don't know how you do that. I don't know how you do that by having all the belts, but okay. But okay.
Does she think women's division is synonymous with her ego?
No, she is the women's division. That's what she means. She's elevating her, which is the women's division. You know what I mean?
She is elevating her.
That's right. Well, Rich, we're leaving now.
That's right.
Because it's an hour.
Yep.
And, yeah, we got to get this up for the people before Monday, live.
That's right. So the Patreon is down below. That has all our links. Some content on there for free. Also,
Patreon.com/FacebookersPod.
that's right. Also, if you want to chuck in a buck, you also get some exclusive content.
Listen, I heard what he said, but, like, listen, you want to chuck in a buck? It'll really help us out, but only if you're going to miss it. But listen, we got basically what's there is there's some Basement Bookers Watch Somethings. We got some old live streams there. But if you got like something you want, let us know in the comments and we'll try to throw it in there. But yeah, the more people on the Patreon, the more stuff. I just need to know. So don't listen to this guy, all right?
Of course, we're going to keep building on that. And thank you all for checking us out. Like I said, Patreon's down below. Hit the socials. And Jer's got a party message.
The match of life is scheduled for one fall. So make it count.
Do what the man says.
Follow the Booker.